Yo, it's Monday and welcome back to the Monday Midsole, the first show of 2021. I am your co-host, Kev, aka Buckeye City Soul, and today we just got a freestyle show for you. So it's just going to be kind of all over the place. Hopefully we have some good interaction, but first let me go ahead and kick it to the old man, the orange crayon, the Cleveland Brown.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Polos and Jays. It's been a while, man. It's been some months. I'm kind of nervous. I hadn't done this in a while, but I'm excited. I'm excited to be here with my brothers, the OGs that originally started this thing with me. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to my light-skinned friend, the only light-skinned friend I got, Mr. Molly Mall.
What's going on, usual suspects? Your boy Molly Mall here, leader of the Light Skin Legion. As Polo mentioned, man, it's good to be back. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Season 5, the Monday Midsole. Let's get it, fellas.
All right. So first, I want to do some shout outs to everybody that's in the chat that came to welcome us back into the new year. Hopefully this one is much prosperous, much better than 2020. But things are so far, I mean, you know, you got ups and downs already. So we got Coffee with the Foe. We got Higher Soul. We got Flash. Happy birthday to Flash. We got Key to Your Soul. Steezo, what's good, brother? Artez, Brody Flavor, and M. Kern. What's going on? And we got 313.
Yep.
Sorry, the blue ones kind of throw me off. But shout out to everybody with the wrenches as well. So where do we want to start with first? Do we want to even talk about any type of releases, or do we want to talk about?
I don't even think there's nothing dropping coming up. We can talk about pickups.
It's been a while. What do y'all pick? I'm about to say, I gotta have some pickups.
I got.
Go ahead.
I got a few.
You want to pull them? I didn't. The only thing I got handy. I guess I could go first. Is the only thing I got handy. I did pick up quite a few things.
We know you did.
But,
you never stops.
I picked up the Yeezy Quantum Blue. And then I also got the teal color too. I mean, they're Yeezys and it was going for retail. So let me go ahead and pick these joints up. So, I got these. I got the Lebron 8s. What else?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
LeBron 8s. I think I got some.
Yeah, I need them. That Lakers. I need that pair.
Got the Wu-Tang Dunks. What else? I got a few other things, man, but you know.
Hold up. We only got an hour, so what didn't you get? That's probably short.
Hey, man, there's a lot I didn't get. I've been frustrated with pickups, man. I've been frustrated. And plus, I mean, there's not really been anything that I felt bad about not getting to come out. And the things that I have copped has been kind of like, I missed out, and it is what it is.
Keep it pushing.
I did want some of those Kobe's, but they didn't fall in my lap, unfortunately. Shout out to Kobe. Man. Rest in peace. But who got shoes handy?
I got some right here. First off, my first pickup this year was the Off-Whites. I had to go back and get them missed out. This is one of my top shoes on my list last year. So I had to reach back and grab that one. And then on these, I had to reach forward and got the 2021 Carmines. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they pretty dope.
Thoughts?
They pretty dope. I mean,
how's the quality?
They all right, man. But the pair I got, the DMP pair, which I can't find. I don't know where they're somewhere. But the DMP pair to me is better, except for the Nike Air on the back. But they all right. I don't know. I ain't really feeling that on here, man.
They don't look like it's good.
Nah,
when you sent me the picture, I was kind of like, oof.
Yeah, it's already got like some chipping looking. I don't know.
It looks like the preschool pairs I'll be getting.
For the most part,
they just like slap it together. It looked like the shoe enough. Here you go. Be happy. You got Nike Air. Shut up.
Basically, yeah. I mean, but that's how they did us with the forwards and all that. So
yeah.
I mean.
Okay. They were saying that you was echoing, but I think you're good now. I think I might be echoing now. I don't know if I'm picking up or not on both, but if I am, let me know. I don't know if I am or not. But Maul, man, what you got?
Hadouken!
Hold up. They can't. Now they can't. Hold on. Now they can't hear. Hold on. Yeah, they can't hear us now. I didn't do anything. Hold on. Wait, maybe. Hold on. I was fucking with something. Maybe they can hear you now because the thing is moving. So just keep going for a second. If they can't hear. Yeah. Hold on, though. Give it a second, though, because... Can you guys hear me? Just let me know. Okay, they can only hear me. All right, they can only hear me because I'm on a different channel. Let me fix that real quick. All right, they can hear me. All right, cool. So let me go here. Turn this one. Now say something.
Dancers?
Now say something now. Can you guys hear them now?
Kev.
They can hear you now. All right.
All right. We good? Good.
Yeah,
Bet.
It's
So
still a little echoey, man.
I hear you echoing, like even in the room. But either way, we'll push through it. I was saying that I had picked up the LeBron 8, the Laker pair. I had picked up the Jordan 1 Volt, although I haven't unboxed it. And then I got really the pair that mattered to me the most toward the end of the year, and probably even the beginning of this year. And that would be the Pro of the Kobe 6 Grinch. So finally got this in hand. Retail, by the way.
Nice.
I wasn't gonna pay resale. And it wasn't even about the price, it was just the fact that there were so many fakes produced. I wasn't comfortable buying it on StockX. I wasn't comfortable buying it on GOAT. And quite honestly, it wasn't, comfortable buying it locally because there's just so many fakes out there that I wasn't going to take that chance. So I was just ready to hold the L. I had checked out on these on Dick's Sporting Goods, all right? On launch date, I checked out. I've never hit on DSG on launch date. So I get the confirmations like, oh, we'll get shipping confirmation by or we'll be delivered by January 6th. I got nothing. No shipping confirmation, nada. January 6th comes and goes. Nothing. So I'm like, all right, bet. I checked my credit card statement, pending charge dropped off. I was like, all right, it's a wrap. So randomly, I think I was like doing a mobile deposit. So I ended up checking my credit card. I'm like, oh shoot, we got a charge. And when I had checked out, it did like an autofill, so it actually had my wife's email, so it wasn't even going to me. So I go there, I'm like, did we get something from Dick? She's like, oh yeah, hold on. Yeah, you got something coming today. I was like,
Nice.
You said what? So yeah, they came in, you know what I'm saying, took them out, extremely happy. They're home. They made it. So very thankful. And yeah, that one just in time on those. So yeah, that's the pair that sticks out. Everything else, I can't even remember.
There you go.
That's all that matters. Just that pair. Nothing else matters.
Yes, sir.
I wonder how I can. I'm trying to fix this thing while y'all talk.
Well, while we waiting, while Kev on that, we doing freestyle tonight. Anybody in the chat got any topics they want to talk about or questions they want to ask? This is kind of what we doing. We just freestyle it. We want crowd participation.
Now I did see somebody say something about the LeBron watch. Y'all want to?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, we can talk about the LeBron watch and the little fake tournament style bracket that they had with the travesty.
Ooh. All right. First and foremost, so the winner was a 10, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What are your thoughts?
No way that should have beat the Air Zoom Generation all purple, the Hardwood Classic 7s. I mean, there's no way, man. Like, there's no way that beats those. Who's wearing an all gold shoe? I mean, I got the all gold, metallic gold sixes. I ain't never wearing those unless I end up on the queue line. I'm probably never wearing those. Those are just gonna be sitting in the box. An all gold shoe? Come on, man.
It's not all.
I mean, you got the 97s. They all gold.
I have the silver ones. I don't have the gold ones.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Skin is terrible, and it's true, bro. There's so many great shoes on there, and I don't know if it was just a matter of seating. I don't know if it was like the demographic. A lot of people try to pin it on like a younger crowd, non-Braun fans, this, that, and the third. But I know that nothing that I thought was going to win won, and I'm highly surprised that the 10, ended up squeaking past that 9. That reverse Watch the Thrones.
Hey,
take that.
And shout out to Caesar at Sneaker Box Radio. I'm pretty sure that he's doing the same thing with his battles daily, because there's no way that Sai is beating a lot of those other shoes.
Cheeks.
So
I don't know what the hell's going on back there.
I'm pretty sure he's doing the same thing as Nike did with this one. They just, took you down. All right,
got eliminated. Hell out of here.
Yeah,
that's when I'm done. I'm done at that point. I'm done.
It beat a couple Jordan 1s. I'm like, and the shoes, it's a nice shoe, but it's just not beating them.
It ain't that nice. It's not that nice. It's no.
Listen, the fact that you threw a Kobe up there, let that pass, that's just like completely disrespectful. Do you not know what month it is, damn it? Like, do you not know what the day it is? Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
I'm not. But as far as the sneakers battle went, I mean, you can look at it different ways. Like Maul said, it could be the younger crowd don't really know what they're looking at. That's the way I feel about it. But I mean, it also could be Nike skewed those votes towards that. I mean, Nike could have somebody in the background adding in their own votes.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't see how, like, I'm not a fan of that Stewie shoe, but shit, I mean, we talked about it some years ago.
Right. I'm not a fan.
I would love to have that in the collection. I mean, but I would never wear it, but to have it in the collection would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? How they got eliminated the first round.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
Just the whole, like, it looks like a basketball Air Force One kind of, like, it's
toe box area.
Yeah, I don't like, I got the OSU pair, and I'm like, I think I wore them once. And
so it was Stewie against the Watch the Thrones, which ended up going to the finals, and ended up losing. You had the LeBron 3 glows over the South Beach 15s. The 7s lost to the Zoom Generation. What else was there? The Harvard Classic. That was just awful.
Right. The Harvard Classics.
Whoever voted for, what was those?
The 9s.
That went through?
Those 9s.
No, the Harvard Classics.
The Harvard Classics got beat by the 9s, I think.
No, I think it was an 11. Either way.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Right.
And then the Zoom Generations got beat by the 8. The 8 was actually decent, but
no, man, it's a bread 8.
It was decent, but it shouldn't have won. It shouldn't have beat a purple generation.
I can make the argument it shouldn't have been on the list.
Oh yeah,
because it was a basic looking shoe.
But I still think it's better. I think it's better than the 11. I think it's better than the all white joint. I don't think they should don't bring the 15s back out yet. Leave those alone. Bring out the old stuff, man. That's what I
don't think it should have went past 9.
I agree.
G-Man 315 said we need to storm Nike headquarters and stop the steal.
Oh man,
we can talk about that too. And shout out to I seen Hot Dog come in and shoes up, sleeves down. What's good? Appreciate y'all coming through. Skinner too.
Yes sir. Chef Cooks in the building.
But yeah, so was this gonna be part of, like, are they trying to incorporate this into the LeBron watch? I mean, the LeBron watch we ended up getting, well, we didn't get, but other people got the graffiti 8s, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think it's a cool shoe, but I'm not a huge fan of the graffiti, so I'm not heartbroken that I didn't get them. The only thing that sucks is the fact that, all right, you didn't get these, you probably won't get any of the other ones. So, the ones that I actually want, then what's the chance I'm gonna get it, especially messing with sneakers.
Right. That's a good point. So like all these shoes that they had on there that didn't make it, what's the likelihood that any of the three of us that are on this panel right now are going to get them?
Right.
So like if the Suies came out, guess what? There would have been like a multiplication of bots overnight to get that shoe. Like
I mean, that's true.
We could have got it at a better resale than what the shoe is going for now, though.
True.
I mean, it would have at least, brought the resale down where it would have been manageable. You know what I'm saying? So
Potentially.
that was my thing.
manageable is.
Well, what you hope is that a noob gets it and that he sells it for well under.
Because like even that graffiti that dropped the other day, the graffiti, I think it's going for less than 400, and I expected it to be more than that. So
yeah, well maybe what is that, 3 something? What's it at, 3 something right now?
Yeah, I think it was at 3 something when I looked.
And then when people start getting them, maybe they dip a little bit.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't even see them on StockX.
They're on there. It's under LeBron 8, and I think it said University Red or something red. It don't have a picture on there, but they're not called the graffitis on there. And I looked at them on eBay as well, and they under $400 on eBay. Also. Yeah.
Hey, eBay is the move.
Oh yeah, that's all I use.
As long as they authenticate, because you have to make sure you look at it. Don't buy the shoe and think that they're gonna authenticate it. It says on there that they will. So make sure you look at it. They don't authenticate used shoes.
No, they don't, and they don't authenticate from certain like already established sellers. Yeah, like if it's sellers that's been on there for a long time, like sole supremacy and stuff, they don't authenticate.
Well, I mean, I know that I bought a pair. I got the purple threes, and I mean they were a decent price. They were better than StockX, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I scooped a pair of core purple threes on there. And it was the best price that I saw anywhere.
Yeah, so
get some early joints.
No, they weren't. They're not coming out here.
You know the core purple threes.
Gotcha.
They're like
the
Phoenix Suns.
color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got those joints on the way. I don't know when they're gonna get here though, because if they're gonna go through the process, I know I got a thing that they sent out, but I don't know. They don't come to me first.
Mine's supposed to be here tomorrow.
When'd you order them?
Talk about the ones, right?
One day last week. But I didn't use one of those authenticators. I went through.
You just got them straight up
already. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because a shoe like that, they're not gonna fake.
That's a good one too. Fake. Listen, bro. The way that I see drones of shoes being delivered to everyone, I'm not putting it past anyone.
Yeah,
like literally, it looks like more than what Foot Locker would get. They're coming in by the pallets. So I'm like, you can keep those Porter Nukes over there. I'm good right here. I hear you just fine.
Okay, can you hear?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you now.
Okay. Looks like we dropped Maul again.
No, he's on.
Oh, word?
No, you're on. I think sometimes he drops from yours, but he's still on here though. Like he drops off of the room for a second, but I still see you on the actual screen and moving around, so you're still good to go.
Yes.
My screen disappeared.
Coffee with the foe. He said he's buying shoes off eBay. He be buying them teacup size shoes. Baby feet, boy.
Yeah, Coffee got a little bitty feet, man. He buying damn the grade school shit.
In the comments, there's several replicas are passing authentication too. I believe it, man, because there's not enough skilled people to look at it to know what the hell they're looking for. So the people making the pairs are far superior than those who are graded. There's a disconnect.
Yeah.
Those early pairs, 3-4 months, I'm not with it. Like unless your shit came from.
You guys are echoing.
Oh, word.
Y'all.
If I'm echoing, it's your fault.
No, it ain't. I don't think I'm echoing.
It is.
I'm the only nigga not echoing.
Then it's definitely your fault.
Well, we can go ahead and put it on a new PC.
I need one too. Go ahead.
I'll send you this one.
Yeah, go take out the budget and go and buy everybody a new PC.
That's it.
Yeah,
that chat.
it's gonna be a
donations.
while. Yeah, get them up. Get them up.
Yeah, with super chat. We need that super chat money so we can get y'all.
Go ahead, super chat or $ Buckeye City Soul. I'll make sure it gets to the right pocket.
$, all them all.
Oh man,
tax write-off. 501c.
All right. So I mean, what do y'all? I mean, while we're here and talking about LeBron and everything and winning the championships and whatnot, what do y'all feel about the basketball season so far?
Nobody say shit about no chip.
Oh, we didn't.
No, she surely didn't say that. And I can't tell you. I can't tell you much about no sports right now because all my teams are straight trash. So
yeah, they purged your team in the meantime since the last time.
I'm a student of the game.
Man, my football and basketball team is fucking up.
Nobody want to play in Houston right now. All your superstars is leaving.
Man,
Watson, see ya. Harden, give me Brooklyn.
They said that Watt might be leaving.
Yeah, Watts.
Word?
Yeah.
They lose. They lose him. They lose the city.
They sure do. They definitely lose.
Shout out to E-Ho.
$99.
Dollar Dono.
Come on, man. Give us some birthday money.
Hey, we can go to the Dollar Tree and get a Casio.
We know you got some birthday money today. Come on in and pay up.
Hey, that hold a lot of weight, man. He giving us money on his birthday. That hold a lot of weight.
I feel that.
He trying to save his dollars for the strip club later on.
For 80 cents, you can own.
I saw you got 99 cents. He needed a whole dollar bill for later.
Oh yeah, he said, "Let me go to the club real quick." Hey, it's Ohio. You only got an hour and a half. Everything closed at 10 o'clock here.
Damn.
With the shutdown.
I wish
anybody from Texas would go to Dallas. What you say, Mom?
I was going to say, as far as the NBA is concerned, obviously the big trade, right? Harden to Brooklyn, that squad, they're going to get it together. So if I got to put early predictions, everybody being healthy, if the Lakers beat Brooklyn, I think that's the matchup everybody wants to see. I think that's the matchup we'll get. I think Milwaukee will crumble in the playoffs. So I've got the heart. I think Lakers, they're looking like they're about to just repeat, like easily. They're clicking. So. They have the continuity. They're playing, having fun. He hasn't even been playing well. They're still smacking teams. Bron looking ageless. Like he looking like Miami damn near.
That shot in the corner, that turnaround.
Yeah, he getting Steph Curry on now. He being disrespectful, shooting logo shots. Like he out there acting like a young man. He's 36.
Yeah,
he acting like a young
got that
man.
much
so
money, man. He's over there buying years off of people. Like
Well, he puts a lot of money into his body annually. As far as like strength conditioning and whatnot. And you also got to remember, like, they played arguably the latest, right, next to the Heat. So they have the quickest turnaround. And they didn't skip a beat. So
yeah,
I didn't say Brooklyn would beat the Lakers. I said that they would be in the finals. But
Brooklyn,
I
they'll
definitely
get it together. I mean,
right. Brooklyn right now has no chance against LA. But it's not about right now. It's about what's clicking. Well, it's not June, right? What's it going to be?
Yeah. When is the season over with?
Yeah.
They're running a
it's
whole
just
season.
exciting. It's exciting. We got two powerhouses in the East and the West, and that for the next few years we're gonna see Lakers and Brooklyn. It's kind of like back in the old days with the Lakers and Boston, and I think we're kind of seeing that same thing come back again.
But you think that like Kyrie's gonna be cool with the dynamic there with say if Harden kind of pops out, do you think that he's cool with playing that role? Because they were saying like, he didn't want to be the Robin, the Batman, but now they say he's Alfred. I was like, that's cold blooded.
See, that's the media, and that's why I'm with Kyrie. You have to be, So here's the deal. Like I watch the games, obviously to my market, and I see it as Kyrie being AI. And Harden obviously being a way better point guard than Eric Snow, and they have KD. At any given night, one of those guys is getting 40. Like I think past two games, Kyrie's averaging in the high 30s.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys are going to score. At one point, one of those guys are only going to have 15 and 20, and they're going to get a dub. It just is what it is. Winning cures all. So once that team starts clicking and they start winning, they need depth, they need defense, they need a lot of things. There's a lot of things missing from that team. Once they start clicking, all that other shit falls to the wayside.
I see Valley Girl says, didn't the Nets just get swept by the Cavs? And they did. And the Cavs, man, they was out there playing like, I was like, this the Cavs?
Right. So here's the thing, right?
But they're new.
So those guys had a lot to play for. They got Jarrett, they got Prince, and there's no pressure on those guys, right? They obviously have a chip on their shoulder because they got traded, but they played against that team, less Harden, but they played against that team day in and day out. So you have confidence to play against them. And they just showed out. They played well. The first game went to double overtime, and Colin Sexton had about like 15 points in the second overtime. It was ridiculous. He had 42 for the night.
Took over at the end.
Yeah, exactly. That game could have been over in regulation because that was definitely a foul on him. That would have been 2 free throws. Kyrie hits at least 1 or 2, bang, game over. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it is what it is. You're going to have growing pains. If you remember the big three in Miami, they had a lot of growing pains, and it wasn't really so after the All-Star break where they started clicking and started just really showing their dominance. It was when Wade kind of passes, hey, LeBron, like this is your team, you do your thing, and then all of a sudden they looked unstoppable. Right. So you have there was no off season, right? This is a mid-season trade, arguably, and they're just trying to figure it out on the go. And you had Kyrie, the whole absence and everything like that. So there's a lot for them to figure out, and that's why you need the whole season. And most teams don't really get together until after the All-Star break anyway. So I have full confidence with the coaching staff, with the players. Like I said, all things being equal, them remaining healthy, that you're going to see them in the finals. Not that it'll be easy, but that's my prediction. They're going to be in the finals against LA.
What do you guys think the All-Star game looks like this year with COVID? Do you guys think, is it going to be, should they even have it or push it to like the end of the season? There's not going to be like the festivities. So, it really stinks for, if you live in Indianapolis, this is your home All-Star game, and who knows when the next one's gonna come. Next year, the following year is gonna be in Cleveland, and the last time they were in Cleveland, I think I was a junior in high school. It was a '97, I think. So, it's been quite a few years. I say they do it twice in Indianapolis and then push back.
I have an opinion, but I'll let Marcus chime in if he's got something to say on it.
My thing with the All-Star game is, it's the All-Star game is set up not for the players; it's set up for the fans.
Right.
That whole weekend is set up for the fans. So, you might as well not have one at all this year because there's not going to be any normalcy, if at all, this year until the end of the year. So, you might as well just push it off this year. It makes no sense to have something that the fans can't participate and the city can't benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, Kev, you got something?
No, go ahead.
All right. So Indianapolis, Indiana is one of those teams that are starting to let fans in, right? Like Miami and some of the other teams. So by the time we get to All-Star break, there may actually be some capacity to have fans enjoy those festivities. It'll be obviously limited. It won't be 20,000, whatever the capacity is, but there still could be an NBA All-Star experience, and that would be what, March? Is it slated for March this year?
Is it?
They were still talking about February. Now they came out and said something today, but I didn't take a look to see. But something came across my screen that they were getting together about the All-Star game. So I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, but still though, the capacity, what is it, like 10%?
I thought it was 20.
I thought it was 10. I know Cleveland's allowing some capacity, but you look at you go to the NFL, some of those, if you watch some of these games, there's a lot of people at these games. I'm a Ravens fan, so I was watching the Ravens Tennessee game a few weeks back, and I was like, that's how you get COVID. Because it was every other seat was empty. Every other seat was empty just about. But I'm like, that's a lot of people. 60, 70,000 seater, and then you got 20, 25,000 in there or whatever it was. It was a lot of people. It seemed like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like a regular Cincinnati Bengals game. They suck.
Right. So for the All-Star, Brady mentioned that they had they canceled it, and I'm talking about March. And that's what I saw, early March. I also saw that the venue was being negotiated as well, and Atlanta being one of the places that.
Yeah, they're talking about March 7th in Atlanta.
March 5th, yeah, like the actual break between March 5th and March 10th, because players have off. So then that weekend being hosted in Atlanta, which obviously we know Georgia is one of the states to kind of get things going again. So I don't know what their capacity is for Hawks games, but that could be a possibility to again where you have more capacity and have that experience. I know nightlife in Atlanta is basically BAU. I know some promoters out there, so they
Are they back
there.
up? Are they back
Man, you
open?
ain't been seeing them clips of those parties and stuff going on in
I don't
Atlanta?
watch nothing. I did see like this dude I went to high school with. He was at like a white party. I'm like, all right, everybody trying to get sick. Weren't they white?
They poured in like it's 2019 in Atlanta.
Man, I'm not trying to mess with the COVID, man.
No, I'm good.
I don't even like going to the office, let alone.
Yeah, we had 6 people at my mom's house the other day, and I was in paranoid.
Yeah.
ATO shot, Kev, you be out there partying.
Well, man, they just opened up school for my daughter, like back going to school. Like they only go 2 days a week. It just don't make any sense to go 2 days a week. I mean, I don't know. And then they had buses. The buses were shut down because 4 of the bus drivers had COVID. I'm like, well, how are you gonna start it up again? Like, you only have enough players to fill the team. So it was all icy today. I'm surprised they had a 2-hour delay. I think she got picked up at like 10 o'clock, and then the school was done by 1:30. So I'm like, why even go to school? That don't make no sense.
Grand opening, closing.
Yeah, and they got lunch too. So like lunch was the longest period they had today. But she felt good to kind of get out, and I get it, man.
Lunch dismissal.
Like, how's everybody feeling, like, as far as like your mental state, like with the COVID thing? And if you're in the chat, go ahead and kind of talk about how you doing. I think it's essential to have people to talk to on a regular basis, because this is rough. Like, we've never been to this point where we've been away from people. It's crazy. It's crazy.
For me, I mean, I don't go anywhere, man. I live by myself. I'm at the crib all day, all night. Everything that come to me is delivered. I can't tell you last time I walked into a grocery store or none of that. I mean,
I like going to the
it's a completely different life. I mean,
but you don't need that outlet like that though.
But how does this differ from pre-COVID for you?
Well, I mean, you still went out here and there though. Back before then, you would go out.
I mean, yeah, I did things. I mean, even
travel.
though people think
at
that
least
I never
once
left,
a year.
Yeah, travel, definitely.
At least once a year, and then I don't need much, but like just to know that you can't do anything, I think is the worst thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could sit in your house all day, know you can go out and be fine, but if you put you in a cell or say, hey, you ain't allowed to go, you on house arrest, then that's when you really want to get out. So you're like, man, you know what? I wouldn't mind going out and having a beer or watching the game somewhere, eating some wings, and then you could always order it now. The things have changed to accommodate your desire for certain things, but like it's still not the same. It's still not watching a game.
No, it's definitely not. It's rough. I mean, I went to those sporting events, right? I usually do a couple times a year. I'm normally in the city 1-2 times a week. My job is different. I just work from home, and I think that's probably what I've immersed myself in the most, and pretty much dedicated my time. So like I probably overwork just to keep my mind off what's going on, and obviously do stuff at home with the kids and all that. But I don't feel productive. You know what I mean? Like I'm just working because there's nothing better to do, and just like cardio, basketball, all that good stuff that I guess you took for granted. Those are the things that I miss the most. And every now and then I kind of just I just find myself in a rut, and I was like, damn, man, like, when's this shit gonna end?
Yeah. And then Word just said, honestly, we're gonna have to move forward. Extra saying we're stuck with COVID for life, and you don't want to live your life being prisoner. But I think that for some people, like, depending on what you got going on health wise, if you don't play it safe,
you can't compare this to the flu. I mean,
right. It's
I get the flu damn near every year, and I'm good. I mean, not that I look forward to it, but I pretty much know, okay, I'm gonna get the flu because it just happens. You know what I'm saying? I had the flu right before this. Hell, it could have been COVID. I don't know what it was, but I was super sick. But this COVID, I mean, it's on a whole nother level. I mean, I have people who I know who are my age and younger who are in good health who have passed away. I mean, I got 2 relatives right now laying in the hospital fighting it with pneumonia and all that other stuff. It's not the same. You can't put it on that same level as the flu because it's not like that.
Yeah. It's definitely it's taking folks out. Because I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you think about, all right, the flu. How many people did you know die from the flu compared to like people who have died from COVID, or people who have had people close to them that have passed away from COVID? I mean, I'll throw this out. I don't know how D Reynolds died, but shout out to him and rest in peace. He passed away the beginning of the year. I'm not exactly sure. I've been trying to find out, what happened. If anybody knows, hit me up, because I am curious. I did want to find out when the funeral was so we could, send something for it. But I'm sure that has come and gone. But I mean, there's people that's close that they're dying and they're going to die, and man, it's just sad to.
Look at what Hop said. He said, they debated on letting his son play basketball. Went ahead and let him play. Now the head coach caught COVID, and he's fighting in ICU.
Man,
I mean,
wild.
This not no joke, man. And I mean, people are ready to rush back out and get out there to living life or whatever. I just want to live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just want to live and get past this. And of course, COVID probably will always be here. But if we can figure out a way where COVID can be here and we can live through it, then let's get to that point instead of rushing out there now to live like, because there ain't nothing out there. I mean, it's really not.
Right. And I mean, and we're saying, I wonder how many people died from the flu when it came around, but I mean, it's here now, and I mean, it does kill people, but like we said before, we know people that have died from COVID. We know people who have been close to death from COVID. And, maybe the flu doesn't get mentioned, when people pass away, but, it's.
And she say people die from AIDS and HIV in the beginning. Yeah, they did. This is still the beginning of COVID. It's not even been a full year. So this is the beginning. People were dying with AIDS and HIV 8-9 years after we discovered the disease.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't rush out there in less than a year and compare it to HIV and AIDS. We're not ready yet. We're not there yet. Right. I mean, just like who was the football or baseball player? Hank Aaron just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
He had just got a shot. He had just got the shot. So, I mean, we have no idea exactly what's going on at this time, except for what the media is giving us.
Right. In which,
listen, I would hope, that it would be just like the flu, right? And there'd be enough, mass immunity, and there'd be the proper, medication and vaccinations, et cetera, for it to be an insignificant, effect on the population.
And I think, you can't really compare AIDS and COVID, because you can go out and touch a handle on accident and wipe your eye and get COVID. That's not going to happen to you with HIV.
I had 2 cousins that died with AIDS when it first came out back in the late 80s, early 90s. I would be in a room with them, sitting around them, breathing the same air. We would hug, all that. I mean, it wasn't that type of disease. It's not transmitted the same way, so you can't make that comparison.
Right. And I mean, we can say that, media, and I'm sure we're definitely getting spoon-fed a certain story,
a lot of propaganda,
but at this point, it gets to the point where I'm not gonna worry about everything, but I'm gonna keep out of the way. Like, it's not, it's more important for me. Like, I'd rather be somewhat depressed but be healthy in this house than to be like, oh man, I was out there kicking it, but now I can barely breathe. I mean, like, I just saw, I don't know if you guys know Eric Eaton. He's a sneakerhead, and you know, he had to go to the hospital to, you know, because he couldn't breathe. And man, just think about some people who don't have someone to check up on them. And if you don't go to the doctor, you know, who's to say that, you know, it doesn't, you know, overtake you. So
Yeah, listen, everyone's gonna kind of abide by their own rules. Like I have friends, obviously, who are younger that travel and the whole 9 yards. Like everyone, depending on your stage of life, your responsibilities, your pre-existing conditions, whatever the case may be, like your comfort level will be different. And it's not on me to tell you what to be comfortable with, where to go, what to do, what not to do, right? As long as it doesn't affect me. So like I'm okay with everybody doing whatever the hell they want to do, as long as it doesn't affect me.
exactly.
That's how I am.
Yeah, I'm choosing to be on the safe side. I'm not going out. Thanks for the invite. Keep on my ass at home. And when I feel comfortable going out, then I'll go out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's move at their own pace. I don't have like this extreme paranoia or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm not trying to. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and I'm not inviting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do everything that I can to not have to deal with it. Wait for there more information. Somebody mentioned about the vaccines. I like taking vaccines. I for one, I am not raising my hand to go to the front of the line because I want more information. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my wife on the other hand, healthcare. She was taking it. That's on you. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own free will. They can make their own decisions. There are consequences for everything. It's a whatever equal opposite reaction. However you want to consider it, right? It's cause and effect. So I'm choosing to do me the way that I'm doing it. And like you said, Kev, sometimes I'm bored when I'm sitting around. I'm eating shit that I shouldn't be eating.
I'm definitely doing that.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we just try to make do. Just stay healthy, stay safe. Everyone has their own comfort level, and God bless.
Yeah, he did have a little echo on there, but we definitely get.
You get the point, damn it.
What else do we want to talk about? We talked about COVID. We got a new president.
We're gonna talk about that number that's behind his head.
What?
We're gonna talk about that number that jersey that's behind his head.
Let's go ahead and get into it. Are we talk about this?
Yes, sir.
This don't exist no more, man. This, you know what I'm saying? This don't exist no more.
Oh, she took it down, right? And she was gonna do something else with it, right?
So it's what Sports Academy now. So Mama Sports Academy. This is vintage now.
So didn't she get sued by her mom because Kobe said he was going to take
mother-in-law?
Yeah,
right.
Her mother-in-law,
apparently. Vanessa's mother-in-law.
Okay, I thought it was Vanessa's mom, but it was
no.
Kobe.
There's no reason for her, right? So like Vanessa's mom. She in the picture. I think her parents, particularly her mother, said that she was worried that she was going to be cut out of like the estate and everything like that. It was saying that Kobe promised to take care of her, and then she was suing her for like all this child care. It's just messy and nasty. You just hate to see that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I can't believe that. I mean, there's some of the stuff that they've done is just like, I mean, some of the stuff that they sold. I mean, didn't they sell like whatever he gave them, and that's just sad, man. I mean,
but was he taking care of them financially before all this happened? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that all of a sudden you gotta ask for money unless he was taking care of them financially. They can prove that.
He might have been. He might have been sending X amount of dollars per month.
And she just stopped.
I don't know. We don't know. That's the thing. So I feel like that's a conversation behind closed doors, and obviously if there's a paper trail, like I bet. But Vanessa could be saying, "Look, he gone now. Like that revenue that he was bringing in ain't coming in no more. So like what you were getting, I don't have to give." So like, you just don't know. That whole family dynamic. It's tough, man. Not in either one of their shoes to say what's right, what's wrong.
What's your greatest Kobe moment?
Damn.
Give me your top two. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't even have to be about him with him playing.
Oh, see, I automatically go to playing.
Because Because mine aren't with him playing.
All right, well, go ahead and share since you got yours off the top.
All right, the first one is with him and his daughter. Like, you know, when they were at the game, there was a sideline that. Like, I remember looking at that before he even died. I was like, man, that's awesome. You know, I guess because you can see him. I mean, if you have a daughter and you're sitting there and you're explaining something to them, and then they're locked in because you're the dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like something that I can't even explain. You know, that feeling. But that's number one, and then number two would be with him in that commercial with him and Jalen Rose, where he's just like,
the 81 olives.
Yeah, he was like, how many olives would you like? He's like,
81.
81.
That's the best commercial.
And he's like, he knows what I'm talking. It's an inside joke. Just give me 2.
That's the best.
He's like, for real? I'm just kidding. Just give me 2.
Yeah, man, that was just. I mean, you can see because he was kind of a you know, like that old man that don't really crack no smiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see that he joked around here and there, but like just to see him enjoying something like was dope. You know, and and plus Jalen Rose, he busted his ass, and he's a Michigan dude. So.
With me, it was I was able to actually go and watch Kobe live and play, and that's a big deal that I was able to see him not just on television, but to actually go to the games and sit there, you know, close to the court and actually watch him play, you know, and just see the passion that he had for the game. You don't see that with a lot of players, especially today. You just don't see too many people play with that heart and passion he played with. But I think my biggest memory was his last game, man. I remember watching it.
Yeah.
And just watching him play, it was amazing. I mean, you don't see anybody go out the way he went out. You know, he left it all on the court. It was.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yep.
Like, I was rooting for him like I had been a Kobe fan all my life. That last game, because it was just like, oh, he about to score again. You could just see they was like, man, feeding the ball, you know, and he's like, all right, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah, that was great. That quote that he had, he's like, my whole career people have been telling me to pass the ball.
Yeah.
And then here it is, the last year, everybody telling me to shoot the ball. I don't know, man. I can't narrow it down to 2. You know, just the amount of like, game winners that he had. The interaction he had with Mike when they had the charge and he picked them up, like that sticks out of my head. I saw people mention the slam dunk contest, his debut at Madison Square Garden, the All-Star game. I think of the good and the bad. I think of the air balls and the playoffs, right, and what it took for him to, you know, mentally come back from that. Obviously, the criticism. He was, you know, highly touted player out of high school, and then he's coming off the bench, right? He's like, yeah, maybe I should have went to another team. Saw everybody balling, Ray Allen, AI, like all those guys balling, and then it took him obviously a little bit longer to get his chance on the court. I think about the Kings alley-oop, you know, the game against the Kings, the alley-oop, the Shaq. 81 points, obviously, we're talking about the commercial. The comeback against Phoenix, it just goes crazy. He's like, that joint. You know, the fifth chip against Boston. I mean, I go on and on. Like, there's just, depending on the mood that I'm in and what I'm thinking about, like, just random Kobe moments come to mind. I think about him tearing his Achilles, knocking down the 2 free throws.
Still playing,
Like, just everything, man. You look at the chart, the Kobe chart, they talk about, like, all the games he played. What was I'm trying to think of the team that he was playing against. I think it was the Pelicans, or whatever they were called at the time. And he was shooting left-handed. Like, he banged up his right hand. He was shooting left-handed. Turnaround jump shots left-handed. Like, truly amazing.
Crazy.
Truly amazing. So, like, I can't narrow it down to 2. That's too hard, but, yeah, like I said, I can go on and on.
Do you guys think that they should open up the amount of Kobe's that they're releasing, some of these like hard to get ones, or you think that they should keep them as, you know, limited and like expensive?
I think they should open it up, have certain pairs that are GR where, you know, you hit 300,000, 500,000 pairs, and then every once in a while you throw out a special colorway, a special commemorative shoe or something like that you limit it. But allow people to get the shoes. You know what I'm saying? Allow people to get it. I mean, even Vanessa feels that way about it. So
yeah, what they said they had something planned, and then was it COVID that messed it up? Where They could.
I don't know what they were doing. Right. I think that was going to be local LA anyways. They were trying to get more pairs. I think what the problem was, they have to get more pairs made, but
why did they not make them?
I don't know. So like I understood the what pair was that? The Lakers pair. I understood the parade / big stage pair because those were already slated to come out. But anything after that, I mean, granted, you have to see like what the production dates are, but as you start to roll these out, you already know what the demand is, so you can do a better job of your distribution.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's crazy that you can't get a pair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was already tough to get Kobe's. I mean, the highly sought after ones. Like I remember sitting there I was at East Bay trying to get those Christmas 9s. And I was like, man, you know, people don't. But the other red ones, like they was sitting there, but I was like, nah, these one with the swoosh on there, I got to get those.
Well, let's talk Protro, right? Let's just talk Protros.
All right,
because the Protro ones weren't that tough to get. You know what I'm saying? Like the 81-point game, those are sitting in the outlets. You know what I mean? Like those were $80, obviously, before everything happened. But that was an easy pickup. Like you could be selective, whatever the case may be. You didn't have to cop it. I got 3 pairs of the Thing 16, like. So the Protro ones weren't that difficult. Now the more limited ones, the undefeateds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Mamba Day pair, like the ones that were a little bit more exclusive, those were a pain in the ass to get, and that's par for the course these days. But even the 4s, like the Carpe Diem 4s were an easy cop. The Draft Day 4s were an easy cop. And now forget about it. Whatever comes out, you know, it's like every man for himself.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is
they got you.
They yanked a bunch of the shoes off and then they put them back in there, and I was like, well, why even take them off? Like the you know, what are the ones? Like I bought a pair of them. They have the lacing system like the Jordan 32. Was it the ADs?
Oh, okay.
The where you can pull them up and then it tightens the whole shoe up. There's no lacing system, and like they pulled those off. And then, like a couple months after after he died, then they start leaking them back on there and putting them back in the outlets.
What happened was everybody was buying them, and then they just pulled them all off the site to figure out, okay, what do we do?
And then they put them back in there, and then you know, people still
sneak attack. Yep, yeah. Sneak them up.
Yeah. How are your guys' outlets, man? Like I actually work by my outlet. Well, my office is by my outlet. My territory's up there. But I'll go in there, you know, maybe once a month. And my outlet is terrible. It used to be decent, but now it's just...
Well, my outlets were never good, so I don't even go because they never were good.
What about yours, Mal?
I agree. My outlets are typically trash, but at the same time, I've been outlets in years. So, like... There could be some good stuff showing up there. I don't know. But you got people who go every day. You got people who have friends there that tell them when the good stuff comes. So, like, if you're just going once every so often, the chances are you're never going to get anything good.
Exactly.
Because your percentage, your odds, your chances, like, you're not getting enough shots. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're in, like, one of those cities, like in Memphis. Anytime you go to Memphis and hit an outlet, you're going to find a gym.
Yeah, that's because
every time. And you're going to find them for the low. I mean, so... But here in Dallas, we ain't. Our outlet's trash.
Yeah, we got one in Columbus, and there's one like on the way to Cincinnati, and then there's one in Cincinnati. The Cincinnati one is the worst, but the one, I didn't know that they had a Nike in Lodi, but I know where the Lodi outlet is, so cause that's in the.
Mine's about 45 minutes and an hour, depending on which one I go to. I have 3 actually within like that 45-minute hour range. It's just not worth, like, if it was close, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I could see myself checking in on, you know, every day, a couple of times a week, whatever. But
right, yeah, you got to make
it's so far out of the way,
a trip out.
And I don't go nowhere. I still don't even got my car. So
what? It's still messed up from the squirrel.
It's well, I got it back, and then I
got back
tired. No, I think what happened was, like, it was sitting so long that the tires were a little meh. And then I ended up getting a flat, and the lug nut needed a special key. And I just took it to the mechanic. I said, order it and let me know when it's available. I just haven't followed up.
Dang. So you just take the wife's car?
I'm going nowhere.
You talk about me. I mean, at least every once in a while I get out the damn house.
Oh yeah,
I go to Target every now and then. You know,
I go to
supplies,
store,
but
like if we need something, I go because man, I just need that reset. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm out almost every day anyway because I mean I'm in outside sales. So if I'm not even walking and going through doors, I'm at least driving by and recording. So
button downs, sweatpants, stance socks, baby. That's the attire Monday through Sunday.
You get up real quick and they be like, what you got?
I don't get up, or if I do, I'm like, stop video, put the block on.
Yeah, I put a sticker on my my webcam.
In the summertime, it's shorts. You heard?
Yeah, my webcam is covered, but I get up and I roll out of bed, brush my teeth, and go get on my computer, whatever I went to sleep in.
I get dressed just cause, man. Even if I don't plan on going out, like I just try to keep a routine because if I don't, then I start doing some other stuff, and then next thing you know, I'm playing 8 hours of Xbox, which so.
I might have to start walking around the house in some of these damn new sneakers and shit, so they won't.
Yeah, same here.
I haven't been wearing anything. So,
whoa!
Someone posted sneakers, bro. Bring it back. Anyways, I saw someone post the other day, and I forgot who said it. I think it was like one of the blogs that had posted it. Like someone mentioned it on Twitter. That like actually getting the notification on sneakers has replaced like the thrill of actually getting the shoe and wearing it. So it's like I got them. That feels just as good as when I used to actually like get the shoe in hand. Like oh man, and I can kind of see that. Like I got the LeBron thing came in, and I was like, oh great, snap, throw.
Yeah.
I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like at least these have like that sentimental value. So like I'm just chilling over here. You know what I mean? I got Kobe to the back, so that's why I actually took some pics of them, and I ain't got nowhere to wear them to, and plus I've got my other pair to beat up still, so I can let these rest a little bit. But
yeah, I've been.
I haven't been wearing no shoes like that. I'm going nowhere. Like before, when I didn't really have anywhere to go, and I just had the kids. Like the thing was like, oh, I'm getting dressed. I'm going to the mall. I'm getting dressed. We're going to Dunkin' Donuts. Like I would just find a reason to get dressed to go somewhere. And now it's like
I get dressed to go pick the baby up from daycare.
Yeah, like I got no desire to do anything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the one time I went to the dentist over the summer, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, we getting dressed.
Get fresh. Man. All right, well, it's 9:00. Definitely appreciate everybody coming out. Let's go ahead and say our goodbyes. I got some shout outs to read. Maul, you want to start, and then I'll go, and then
yeah, why not? I'll start. So appreciate everybody coming to kick it with us, and like I said, we got season 5 kicked off. It's nice just to get back into the routine, get some sort of normalcy, right? It's also crazy, Kev, you were talking about like mental state, like just your habits, like gym, basketball, work. Like all those things that you're used to doing. I'm used to being on the show. I'm used to kicking it with y'all. Like work's been crazy. I haven't really been on social media like that. So it's good to kind of pull myself away. Like not necessarily immersive work. Just kick it with the fellas. I promise you, we got a great season ahead. Already got a few guests in the pipeline. Some big names to come and chop it up with us. So looking forward to another great season. And as always, if there's anybody that you want to see on, any feedback, by all means, leave it in the comments, DM. The show's about you, about the community. So much love to everybody. As I mentioned, stay safe, well. And that's it. I'm signing off for tonight. Molly out.
All right, let me go ahead and let me read these off. First of all, shout out to KB Fresh Kicks Kev. Shout out to Strauss Kyle. Shout out to Higher Learning. Appreciate y'all shouting us out. Welcome us back with open arms. Shout out to our brother Mo. He is not here today, but he'll fall in here and there. And then shout out to our soul sister Nicole, aka Hairpiece. And then definitely shout out to you guys for coming back with us. we're still going through a couple of the growing pains, trying to make a couple changes, make it a little bit more polished. But obviously, we have a sound issue to work on. So maybe we go back to the Jitsi next week. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I like the interface better this way, but I definitely want to make sure that we get the mic situation. So I might have to do some research. But appreciate you. Rest in peace, Kobe. And happy birthday, Flash, and rest in peace, D Reynolds. Definitely one of our brothers. So, Marcus.
All right, man. Thanks everybody for coming out and supporting us. Still, it's been a long time since we really put together a show and to see all y'all usual suspects. That's why we call y'all that, because y'all been riding with us for a long time. So we appreciate the support. It feels so good to come back and see everybody still here that's been there from day one. Like Maul said, we just keep trying to do better and improve and bring on guests and get y'all more involved. That's one of the things. That's why I want to do freestyle like to get more participation, more questions and topics from the chat. And that's kind of one of the things we want to incorporate going forward. So, just be ready on Mondays. If you got something you want to talk about instead of the topics we have, throw them in there, so we can talk about it. Because, at the end of the day, we do this for you guys. Y'all support us, so we're going to show y'all that same love back. And with that, everybody be safe. Shout out to Mama, rest in peace. Tomorrow will be a tough day for a lot of us. But, we're going to pull through it.
For me, it was yesterday. Because it happened on a Sunday. Because it happened on a Sunday. The Lakers played the Sixers. Bron just passed Kobe on the all-time scoring list. And I just remember sitting there, playing Legos with the kids on a Sunday. And then boom, I got the news. And that's hit me yesterday, that moment. Like, I get the date, but it was it's a full year. And I was it just hit me damn, this time last year, this happened.
Right.
You're right. I mean, yesterday it did kind of hit me, and I was like, okay, do I want to put something out there? But I said I'm going to go ahead and wait till Tuesday to post, what my little, tribute or whatever. So, but again, thanks everybody for being here, and we will be back next week. And until then, peace.